Hey y'all, this is Caroline up at the Cyan Lizard, and I'm just going to take a couple of minutes to go over this newfangled equipment we got here in the kitchen. The manufacturer and I have been talking about some stuff, and I told him I would do my best to show y'all how I've been making these recipes and things, and how to use some of this here equipment. So, first thing you're going to do is go out and either pick some squash bulbs, some lamp lilies, some briding bush, or find you one of your mage friends, and get some from them. You only need one to get started, right? Well, actually, you want to put a few more than one because some of this stuff will auto craft if you stick it in there. Like, see, I'm going to put one of those in there and it's automatically crafting hops because that's what you get from the squash bulb is hops. And remember, we need that for brewing our alcohol. So, our lamp lilies in here, those are going to turn into our yeast, and we're going to need that for our alcohol and for making bread. And then our briding bushes, those are going to turn into our raw grain extraction. Now all these items here are important for making our alcohol. And you know that our patrons at the taverns, they want those. And you know, even the ones that are not in the taverns, they like to drink. Believe me, I experienced it during my alcohol testing the other night. Woo! Things got a little crazy up here at Summer Hall. Anyways, so what your raw grain is for is you're going to take that and you're going to germinate it. So we're going to germinate the grain and then we're going to malt it. And once we malt it, we're going to get grain maltation or malted grain. And we're going to need 10 of these for each one of the alcohols that we brew. So this is one of those things you're going to have to sit here and babysit a little bit. This kind of spoils a little fast, which is sometimes good because it's going to give you this here dead plant matter. Dead plant matter then will turn into super plant fertilizer. Holy moly, that stuff lasts so much longer than the original stuff. Woo! Alrighty. Now, next thing I'm going to do, since we've gone over that, and that is the plant refinement station. If I didn't say, is that what it's called? Yeah, plant refinement station. So from there, we're going to move over to the distillery and our alcohol distillery. So things are a little different. If you were familiar with it before, the manufacturers gave it a little bit of an upgrade so that we don't have to stay close to it when we're making this here alcohol. So I've got some in here, and this is 70%. Most of these are 70, I think. So I'm going to show you real quick. You're going to need all 4 of these things to make alcohol brewing, which are these here. And then you're going to have to stabilize that alcohol into the percent that you want it to be. So these here are 70%, so I'll make a 70%. And that's going to automatically craft to any recipe that you have that is a 70% alcohol. Okay? Alrighty. So moving on from there, we're going to go over our recipes. So to create a recipe, you're going to click on this button right here, Make Drink Recipe. That's going to take you into this UI here. Now, when you're in here, you got to concentrate so much so that you won't be able to answer anybody if they're talking to you. Hopefully, they'll be understanding and not think that you're ignoring them. All right. So you're going to select your ingredients. Now, it's very important. If you're making an alcohol drink, you're going to select the level of strength of the alcohol that you're putting in there. Any other drink, you can either select 0% alcohol or you can select water. Makes more sense just to select water. That way you don't have to go through the process of brewing the alcohol with the hops and the grain, malted grain and all that, because that'd be a waste of your ingredients. So you're going to select water, select the amount. It's just one. It's not going to let you put any more than that of your liquid. And this is important too. Hit select quality and recipe so that tells you this is going to be an ingredient. Let's put some herbs in there. We'll make some herbal tea. So let's stick a couple of herbs in there. I'm not going to put too much. Set the quantity, and then we're going to hit finalize. Now this next screen is important too. You can decide how you want your drink to look. Look at all this. So you can decide, even down to having it in the top of a cyclops skull. Now, we figured out that this has been covered over with ceramic to keep it from leaking out, so just so you know, it's safe to drink out of. And then you're going to select what you want it to look like. You know, it could be any of these. I have one already done up that's in that, but we could do one in this if we wanted to. And then you're going to decide, you know, what colors you want it, each region. Then you're going to name it. Type in your name here. And then once you've named it, you're going to type in a description. You can describe it any way you want, make it funny, make it not funny, it doesn't matter. The next thing that's really important for you surfs out there is think about F1, because it's going to make your recipe better. That's your skill bonus thingy, and can't nobody else do that. If I made this right now without hitting F1, my recipe, my skill level would be about a 14, I think. Now, if I hit this right now after pressing F1, it would make this, you know what, screw it, we'll go ahead and make it. Now we're going to look at that, and that's going to be about 37.76 in the crafting skill, so that's a good thing. We could make some of that if we wanted to. It's kind of some odd looking herb tea, but you know, we'll skip over that for now. So next things next, we're going to go over here to the prep table. And of course in the prep table you can make all these glorious things that you can use in your recipes. Look y'all, it's actual cheese and butter. And to do that, we're going to take the milk that we got from our cows. Both of those things are used in the, or that thing is used in both the butter and the cheese, and possibly anything else. Yeah, it's used in the dressing, a couple other things, but those things are pretty self-explanatory from clicking on it or hovering over it. So down here, to get all these delicious vegetables that I have in this jar here, besides the cactus, because that's just cactus that I picked, but all these other vegetables besides what was already a part of our lands, not that one, that's garlic, the carrots, the potatoes, the lemons, the corn, all that stuff that was already able to be planted. And you're going to put one of each of those in here, and that's going to give you a random bunch of vegetables. You're going to get 4 or 5 vegetables with each craft. All right, that's 4 or 5 vegetables with each craft. And you see there's more than 4 or 5 here, so it's going to be random. So you're not going to get the same thing every time. Okay, so to do the fruits, again, you're going to need 1 of each different type of berry, including knockerberry and stemberry. All right, so you're going to have 6 berries in there, 1 of each kind, and that's going to give you a random fruit. We got all this fruit in here. I got berries in here that should not be in here, but that's beside the point. We got all this random fruit in here, all right, including lemons, not to be mistaken for citronal. So if a recipe calls for one or the other, make sure you put the right thing in there, okay? Alrighty. So, moving on, we got the nuts. The nuts are important. We like our nuts. We got coconuts. We got hazelnuts. We got peanuts. We got walnuts. There's no telling what else you get out of that. I think coffee beans are in that one. I'm not sure. I'd have to craft a bunch of them to see. But it's night time, y'all. You need 5 berry seeds and 5 veggie seeds. Now, when it says veggie seeds, it does not mean the veggies that you made when you used this. It means crop seeds. Alrighty? Crop seeds. And that is going to give you a random bunch of nuts. Right? And we also have salt and pepper that comes out of one of those. I can't remember which one. Y'all know me. I'm so doggone forgetful. Anyways, trial and error, trial and error, trial and error. That's what I've done to make my recipes. And, of course, it's the same in this table here. You're going to do the same thing. You're not required to have a liquid in this one, of course. How exciting is it to be able to salt and pepper your food now, folks? I'm going to leave the images that you can use as the cover of your recipes as a surprise for that table. You can go through that later on. Anyways, y'all, that's it for me this afternoon. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. Send me a featherlight if you'd like. Or, you know what? Even come to the tavern and ask me in person. I'm absolutely willing to answer any questions you have. So, hopefully I'll see y'all up here at the Cyan Lizard sometime soon, and we'll see you next time.